Welcome to this next episode of this podcast, Beyond the Noise. And in this podcast, we're going to talk about the layoffs that we are seeing in the Indian IT industry. Recently, there was a news item about TCS, one of the largest IT companies in India, laying off almost 2% of its staff over the next maybe 1 year or so. That's a large number. It's never happened before. And so, are we seeing a trend? And what is that trend that we are seeing, and how, as individuals, we need to prepare because there will be impacts not just on the IT industry if this trend continues. There's going to be impact overall on the economy, on various things, various other industries also. So, how does an individual prepare for this? And especially, my take always is about how people above the age of 40 prepare for this because the impact for somebody who's over 40, because anyway the ageism is pretty strong, and with that all these changes that are happening, it's going to be a double whammy for people above 40. And very simply, for organizations, it's very simple. Wherever they can cut costs, wherever they can bring down the cost, it helps them. It supports their stock markets. The investors love that. And so that's why you see organizations, when they cut their resources, immediately the impact is the stock markets now are actually being very positive towards those organizations. So for organizations, it makes a lot of sense to, because of artificial intelligence, because of other reasons, to optimize, to cut down the number of people who are there. And within that, there are certain kind of roles that really just get taken away. First of all, people who are at the beginner level, who are just getting into organizations, a lot of those jobs now are getting automated, can be done by AI. So those jobs are going away. Then those kind of managerial, or the those kind of roles which are there, they are also getting impacted because now people are expected to be um, taking up things and doing things stuff on their own. So a lot of jobs which can be automated, a lot of jobs where you don't need to now really manage the people, they're going away. And anyway, as I said, above 40 is getting very difficult for people because previously people were kind of used to the fact that as you grow in the organization, you're going to get promotions, and with that promotions are going to come pay raises, and that's something that the organizations are not looking forward to with all these changes which are happening. So what does a person do, and particularly if you're above 40, how do you prepare yourself for this particular? I've already spoken about it, but the layoffs that are coming in because of this kind of news in the tech industry, it's going to impact a lot of other industries also. So, how do you prepare for this kind of a change that's going to happen? First of all, we don't know the site that we have today is about a year or 2 years. We don't know what's really going to happen. Nobody has got a absolute prediction of what's going to happen, but the direction is very clear. Artificial intelligence is coming in. It's coming, not it's coming in. A lot of jobs, the basic level things that are happening is, first of all, the automation. The kind of simple jobs are being taken over. So those are the impacts which are going to happen first, the productivity gains. Like when I started getting into AI, I got into it the day one ChatGPT launched. I went in for the paid version because I'm very interested in new technologies and picking those things up. So I have been dabbling with AI since then. Pretty it's kind of a lot of curiosity for me to understand this and to do so. Obviously the first thing that happens is going to happen for every person is going to be the productivity gains. Those are the first things that the organization saw. They saw the productivity gains. Then it's become almost a new normal that artificial intelligence is going to be used. So a lot of people were trained in artificial intelligence in the organization, and now the expectations increase that you can do a lot more with it. The basics, the hygiene factor is, yes, you need to use it for productivity gains, but what more can you do? For example, I'll give you an idea of how it changed things for me in the marketing space. I can now make a film, almost a storyboard, literally almost a realistic storyboard, uh, and then give it to a team to go ahead and do the actual shoot at location, or get me those kind of creatives, so that there is no kind of a mismatch in what I'm thinking and what I'm expecting and what the team would do. This is just one example. I can today do that as a possibility. Now, this is really a big change. It's not just a productivity gain that I'm talking about now, I'm expanding my boundaries. Now, this is a possibility almost in every organization. How can an organization expand its boundaries? And who are the people who are now going to be needed more? People who help organizations to expand their boundaries, which means expand their personal boundaries. So not only knowing AI, that's a basic, you need to know the artificial intelligence, you need to know how to use it, you need to get the productivity gains. That's given, that's a hygiene factor. The factor that really comes in now is how are you going to leverage this to expand what you're doing. What does this mean? According to me, what it means is that one way to look at it is you need lesser time. Obviously, that's the productivity part of it, but you need lesser time to do more stuff, lesser number of people to do more stuff. And the people that you have can do a lot more stuff. So you're not going to be recruiting more people. So that's the basics that's happening. But beyond that, organizations can reimagine and reinvent themselves, just like I'm reimagining and reinventing my own career. That's something which I'm doing in my space. I'm sure every organization is thinking the same. How do we reimagine business with this new tools and technology that are available? Which means for you as an individual, are you going to be able to contribute to this particular reimagining? Which means you need to have, first of all, a tremendous amount of business understanding, good amount of creative out of the box thinking. Third is obviously the ability to leverage the tools, to know the artificial intelligence pretty well, which tools to bring in, how to do it. All that you need to have. How are you going to reimagine business? And that's what is the expectation from you. Which means if you're going to be this person who is going to do that, you are still going to be in tremendous demand. The other thing which I would say is a hygienic factor to for again for every person would be that guard yourself on two fronts. Don't waste and splurge your money because we don't know. There's got a lot of uncertainty that's coming up. Conserve your resources. First thing, conserve your resources. So financially start planning. Build a kind of a cushion for yourself for at least 1 year. You do this because things are going to get tough. Things will go wrong, and as far as careers go, things will switch, industries will change, various things are going to happen. So are you ready for all that? So you need to conserve, you need to take in a good, so financial planning becomes a very important part for every person, that you need to start looking at your finances and doing a good financial planning. And the third thing I would say is that stay positive. Don't bring in this negative thinking of what the hell is going to happen, this all gloom and doom that people talk about. I don't think in that way. We had so many disruptions that have happened in the past. Yes, this is a very rapid disruption, almost unlike what we have seen before, and every time I've heard that very same term, we have not seen something like this before. And yes, it is very true that again it looks like it, but I'm very positive that something, because for example, when I'm seeing that I can do a lot more than what I could do earlier, it's become my it's not just become one productivity tool, it's changing the way I do my work. And that's something which is a positive sign. I can do a lot more in less time, which means it's giving me a lot more free time. Maybe we are going to get back more human time for us to do a lot more than what we could do. So one more skill that you need to bring in is ability to collaborate, because you might not be working for one company, but you might be working for multiple organizations with the kind of skills that you bring to the table. This is an entrepreneurial mindset that you need to start building in yourself, and that's going to be something that will help you when times go tough. So these few things that I've told you, two or three things: reimagining business, ability to leverage the tools. Third is ability to collaborate with people in the business in various things that you need to do. And I also say one more thing: build your network before you need it. You need to start doing that immediately. And financial planning, keep that very much in place. Things are going to get tough, but something new is going to emerge. So stay positive for what's going to come up in the future. I hope you have enjoyed, if these points have made relevance to you. If they did, do share your comments and do share it to somebody else who needs this. And that's not just a marketing thing which I'm telling you. I'm out here to help as many people as I can, especially in their second act, as to how do they reinvent themselves in their second act. So until the next episode, do share in your thoughts and comments.